she doesn't even fit these outdated beauty standards.
Like, so it's blonde hair, blue eyes, and allegedly a perfect body. By the way, what does perfect even mean anymore? I don't even know what.
Well,
that means.
but if
What do
you
they
even
mean by
look
that?
at like the outdated perfect body, she doesn't fit that outdated perfect body.
Like, how far outdated are you talking about?
Right.
Because if it's
right.
like 1975,
no Barbie doll.
1975, it was white girl somewhere there, no butts, right? No boobs, right? It was just cocaine chic, right? Big old hair, right? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
This is not for Brown, bro. This is terrible, right? Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Den. On this podcast, we discuss branding and marketing, how it touches so many aspects of our lives. We also talk a bunch of trash about each other and food and culture and music and nostalgia and so much more. We hope that you're entertained. We hope you can get some insight from two marketing professionals like ourselves. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. And in this episode, we got into The Bear. Great show.
The Bear.
FX, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we get into the almighty T Swift.
Taylor Swift.
And
and
how
her
she just
new
crushes
release.
it.
Yep.
And her boyfriend taking over the world. And then we get into just a touch of Sydney Sweeney.
Yep.
And how she's
got great genes.
Just going to genetically alter the planet, I guess, right? Anyways, so it's a good one, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, as always, like and share and subscribe and comment. We want to blow this thing up. We appreciate the support. So without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Bullets. So, stuff and things. It was raining like a son of a bitch before, so that's good. Not to be trite and talk about the weather. But you had yourself a little getaway over the weekend.
Yeah, it was nice. Celebrated my birthday. Hannah took me out to Columbus. Not too far. We love Columbus area, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. It has a different feel.
Out there.
Have you ever been much?
Aside from work, honestly,
it's nice over there. Yeah, there's it's really like a foodie town too. So like all sorts of kinds of cool restaurants.
For real good though?
Yeah, it's good. There's really some really good restaurants up there. And Columbus happens to be sort of like an epicenter, if you will, of all these different just demographics. And so a lot of restaurants or businesses like to start in Columbus to see if their concept works there.
If you make it there, you make it anywhere.
Right. Then you should be able to spread out from there.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of restaurants that I could think of that were here that started up there.
Right.
I'm trying to think like Piata, I think was one, an Italian, like kind of fast casual restaurant. The Korean fast casual restaurant where you could get order your own bowls of rice and stuff. I'm trying to remember what that's called. There's like a lot. I could keep on going. I think Baker Street or Bakersfield tacos and stuff like that all started there. Agave and Rye. Baker Street. I think there's a lot of different restaurants, and I could be wrong on some of those, so don't quote me on that. But they kind of start there, they do well, and then they start expanding. And so it's exciting because when you go there and we visit there often, just for getaways, like, oh, let's try this cool new restaurant, right? I never heard about this. And so it's fun. So
I'm just accepted disappointment around here, dude. Anybody tells me anything about food around where we are in Cincinnati, and of course some locals, and they just don't. I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. The only people I'm going to trust is the folks that work over at P&G, right? Because a lot of folks that are properly from the continent of Asia,
right?
And if man's going to say that he loves some Indian food and he's Indian, right on, dude, I'm with you,
right?
But otherwise,
well,
you grew up on Skyline.
I agree with you on that, but it depends though too. Like, let's say if you don't have a budget, like if budget's not, there's some great restaurants like the
around here.
Jeff Ruby restaurants are all great.
Yeah.
The Tony's, there's Tony's.
Steakhouse,
really good.
2 steakhouses. Yeah. Okay.
You got like Eddie Merlot. You have
another steakhouse.
There's another steakhouse. Okay. So like if you like the American fare, but like a little higher quality.
bit.
There's definitely options down here.
Right.
In downtown Cincinnati, there's some really good restaurants.
I think I went to the Orchid. Is one, right? Had the goose liver and the whole like a 5-course meal.
So like it kind of depends. Like if you're looking at like if budget isn't an issue,
right?
There's definitely nice restaurants that you can choose. But then once you get below the nice restaurants, well then ethnic restaurants, it's kind of maybe you could find some really good things like in northern Kentucky area, Covington.
Right.
But Mexican restaurant, like it's like little pockets. You got to go over to Fairfield side in order to hit some of the good Mexican restaurants, right? But in Columbus, like there's a good population of Japanese there, so there's some really good Japanese restaurants. We had great sushi up there.
Really?
Not obviously. I'm not. When I say that, I understand.
Comparatively great.
Right, comparatively great. I understand we're in the middle of Ohio. How good can sushi be? So comparatively great,
right?
Right. We went to this Indian restaurant up there, and it was expensive, but like you didn't like get a whole pile of food. It was gourmet. Like everything was really gourmet, minimal menu, very tasty. Their specialty drinks were like spiced up and like their old fashioned didn't taste like exactly like a traditional old fashioned would be. Had a little bit of spice in there. Yeah, really cool concepts. We were up in the Short North area, so there was
shout out.
So there was that whole strip has some really nice variety of restaurants.
I gotta go up there, and it's not. What's weird is I think of it as being far away. It's really not.
No,
it's really not. Like I could get there in a short period, especially where we live. Yeah, right. It's really not that far. So maybe there's an excuse.
And then if you go over to like Eastland is or whatever that walking mall. Okay. Easton. I said Easton Mall. Right. In Columbus, there's like really cool shopping mall area and good restaurants there. And if you do like some searches for like speakeasies, that's pretty cool. So like every time when we visit different cities or municipalities, we always like bigger cities, we will like Google search for speakeasies. Speakeasies. Yeah. Okay. And like there's one where like there's a burlesque speakeasy. Sure. That you go through you enter through a pizza restaurant. Okay. So it's a full blown pizza restaurant. Pizza joint. Sure. They walk you through the back and they open up a refrigerator, a big refrigerator unit door. Right. And it's an entrance to go downstairs into their speakeasy. Wow, it's pretty fun. Yeah. So it's like little cool things like that, that's like, oh, cool, So yeah, like we've gone to one of their speakeasies, fun little burlesque show, drinks and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just cool pockets up there. Well, I'll be sure to avoid the speakeasy with the burlesque. Otherwise, Shannon's going to do some time. But that sounds cool. It was like low key stuff. Like, it wasn't like anything. Oh, it wasn't like anything. I mean, like trying to enjoy yourself. You want to see some wild stuff. So yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. And I love food. Mm-hmm. Right. If there's anything, it's the way I grew up, maybe Italian kind of culture. But if there's anything I'm going to drop money on and not feel bad about it, it's food. Yeah. Right. Love the experience. And weird enough, as picky as I can be about food, right? Because usually it's like, well, I've tried it and fuck that, I'm never going to eat it again. Yeah. Right. Don't convince me, ranch. Don't convince me. Right. But if I'm out, right, like I don't like mushrooms. I really don't like mushrooms. Yeah. I hate the taste. Yeah. And like cilantros and like certain flavors, people are like, dude, it tastes like earth. Yeah. I don't want to eat that. You don't like cilantro? But and I don't like chocolate. Right? Like if you just give me some raggedy milk chocolate. You're a tough customer. I don't like it. You have to at least admit you're a tough customer. I don't like it. But if I'm hungry, I'll eat mushrooms, chocolate. I don't care. Right? But if I'm there for an experience, I will at least okay, go ahead, give it to me. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You said it's good. You're the pro. Go ahead. Hit me with it. Yeah. Right? So within reason, right? And even more so now, since I did watch the entirety of The Bear. Oh yeah, right. So now I'm like, it just kind of rekindled. How long did it take you to finish the whole season? It was inside of about 3 weeks. Oh wow, you guys like every night. It. Oh yeah,
binge watch.
It was good, was it?
It was very good.
Yeah,
very. I think I got the dynamics.
Yeah.
It felt there was a strong arc, a 4-season arc.
Yeah.
So that was very satisfying. Usually don't have that in TV shows because they lose it. So yeah, the arc was very strong and
great personalities and characters.
Yes, yeah, like the direction and the editing and like all the technical aspects of the show is very like, ooh, you know, shit. I need to say that after,
right?
You know,
you have this like there's this feeling of time and lack of time and running out of time, that urgency,
always.
And then like, oh man, you know, they want to get the Michelin star, so you're constantly on pins and needles, watching it.
Yeah,
it's, and the way that they cut the whole season, from imagery to the clock to the mixing and cooking and fire, and
so here's an interesting dynamic that when I was watching that, it was the it's hard to communicate except in war movies where you're literally in a ditch, literally getting shot at. But when you're in other scenarios that feel as though you're going through a war, but you're not actually in a war, you're fine. But the interpersonal exchanges that go on when the bullets aren't flying at that moment, right? Because like, it's like all of your nicety, all of your social graces and all that shit goes out the window, right? The stress is so high. It's like, ugh, I'm just beaten down by this. And it almost beats the confession out of you, right? And so there's these really like unusually deep moments.
Yeah.
In those situations, from my own personal experience, say like in the jiu-jitsu gym, right? Where you're going through these really like just physically or mentally demanding, like, oh, God damn, or even emotionally demanding. Like if you're like a psychologist or psychiatrist, you know, hearing psychiatrists, a couple of my friends in college were like that, where they're like just confessing to each other, just heavy stuff, you know, conversation. There's no fluff, man. It's just, dude, that's why I hate my father. And you're just like, God damn, bro. Like, dude, we didn't even finish the drink yet, you know? Right. So anyways, so it put me in mind of that kind of a dynamic, right? Where you have like real high tension situation and there's no time for bullshit. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Tell me right now, because you're messing my shit up. And it's like, look, I hate my mom. She's a bitch and blah, da, 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 da. Just call the bitch already and get it done with. All right, you're right. Yes, chef. And you'll just get back with it.
Back into this, right?
Keep it moving, right? Because the order is going to keep going. Right. So that was kind of refreshing because I thought like it was the character, what's the second chef in charge?
The sous chef?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Whatever the actor, whatever the character name. But she was very much of the time. I don't know how old she actually is, but the character struck me as like late 20s, right? And very much of the day, like right now, like a Gen Z, right? And how she like awkwardly approached conversation, couldn't quite get out, you know, but I knew what she was trying to say, kind of thing. And that delivery was like very much now, but the rest of it felt like Gen X and old millennial in that direct conversation. Stop fucking around. Don't be a pussy. Just like real ass talk. Like, thank God. I thought that had died. I don't watch TV ever. Right. So I just was like, the world is soft. These people are all idiots and I'm done. Right. I'm just listening to my old records. And then I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
I loved it, man.
There we are.
Very gritty.
Yeah. Felt very normal.
Very normal.
Yeah.
Even down to the stuttering and everything. Like, you know, when they're hesitating and like, it was just, it felt so real.
Yes.
Right. I was wondering, like, now after watching that, what did you pick up any good leadership or business? Tips or like, okay, don't do that.
Some of the elements that hit me, that stuck with me were I'm obsessed with the octopus and I have an octopus tattoo. But I like the idea, the concept that the macro and the micro ought to imitate one another. Right. And I don't know why that sticks with me. And so you've heard me talk about it at work here. And I think of that in general. And so when I see the dynamics interpersonally there, I saw that there was the struggle for growth out of the main character, right? Carmen. And what I see then as well is eventually it's like infectious, contagious, whether direct, like he's kicking ass, I should get my shit together, kick ass, or I don't know, some other kind of way. But you see, cousin, what's his name? The single dad.
Yeah.
Right. Who's front of the, front of the house. You see him get it together. Right. And what I thought was a lost cause, most of us would have cut him loose by then. It's like, dude, how many times you can screw it up?
Yeah.
Right. And in such an egregious way too, but then it was interesting to reconsider that dynamic of such extreme passion and extreme everything.
Yeah.
And then to say, okay, wait, that's like the version of an open fire hydrant of a person, right? We've all known those people.
Yeah.
No filter, no dynamic, not just wide open, right? And then watching him screw on the governor, kind of screw on that cap and begin to understand at whatever age the character was and all, in his mid to late 30s, just like to understand like, oh, I can't act like an unhinged lunatic at the drop of a hat. Right. And it was interesting to see like how effective that was, oh dude, when you focus, you're just laser focused. Right. And then I could see in him the obsessiveness. Right. So I liked that character because it reminded me in some ways of myself, not necessarily unhinged, but that focusing part. Right. It's like it reminds me of there's a Pantera line I might mess up. When I channel my hate to productive, I don't find it hard to impress. Right. I think it's off the second or third record. But it just reminds me of kind of the that guy's a bum. That guy's a loser. When you doubt people,
right.
And then they do something, you're like, you have that in you the whole time. And so to create that culture, and I don't know that it was necessarily actually created. It just manifested in these people. And so I like that. I like to see their fires got lit. And everybody, the chick, the Spanish broad who was a chef, she gets it together and she's killing it. And everybody found their way. Right. And so in that sense, all the tentacles of the octopus found their own way. And then they kind of coalesce around this one restaurant.
So I got a lot out of it. Like everything from just how when people feel empowered and given a chance, that they start to visualize their potential and they get energized. You saw that with the dessert chef to the sous chefs to even the guy who tried to go to school. He's like, that wasn't my thing. But then he ended up just managing that was his takeout. Jam. And he did a great job there.
Like team of three.
Once he kind of found their place and where their talents were, they just thrived, underneath this vision. But then in the meantime, like I also learned about like, how Carmi was trying to pick out his menu and then he was challenging himself, trying to do a different menu every day. But then at the end, kind of realizing that, okay, just stick with the menu and do that really well. Right. At least for a while. And we learned that even in business. We had that with our board members, a conversation with our board of advisors recently, right? Like, what are the services that you do really well and are profitable at, right? But then you saw, like with the takeout, how, okay, there's opportunities to open several locations with that piece and even
like
franchising
how effective that is. Right.
Yeah. Like there's more ways to be able to win at this game, right? And I was thinking about like, their marketing strategy was pretty much all about credibility. They all wanted we got to get this Michelin star. We have to get this, get good, finally positive reviews to be validated, right? Whereas before, when they were just, a regular sandwich joint, right? That really wasn't the key driving factor of their marketing, right? It was more about community and things like that. Whereas with a Bear being a higher end restaurant, that they were trying to get that award, right? And so like I got and then communication is a key. How many times do you see? Would you just fucking tell them what's going on? Why are you holding on?
It was
to
hard.
this,
That was hard to watch.
But yet, on the other hand, in some shows I get frustrated. Like, this is so ridiculous. Just tell the guy that you love him or something, right? Where in this, it's like, okay, I do get it, because they're struggling through their emotions, and in the meantime, they got to still be perfect in their craft. And so they don't have time. He even, the bear even forgets that he has a new niece. It's like, oh, I forgot I haven't even seen my new niece.
I relate
like,
to that, man.
They don't have even time, right? I related to that recently. My dad said, hey, you missed your brother's birthday. Like, they were wondering, you usually say happy birthday. I'm like, God, dang it.
Shit.
Like, or it was, with all these new things and getting a new business and all this stuff, I forgot my nephew's graduation party. I'd never forget that. I forgot a couple of my brother's birthdays. And it's like, oh man, it's like, because you're so just tied up in all the day-to-day stuff. And it's like, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, and so I got a lot of good takeaways from that show.
Yeah.
And down to the finances, like, you had computer who like calculated all the things. Like, even he had a part to play where he would calculate all the finances. This is your bottom line. This is where you got to get to. And you could run a business, and if you have no clue what's going on with your finances,
and again, that is I think of, I don't know why it is, but I think of systems management, I guess you could call it, the flow of fire, the flow of energy, the flow of heat, the flow of air, the flow of whatever is like the efforts of a team and an organization and a business and whatever in action, right? And whether it's personal finance, which I know something about, I think of I've always thought of like an HVAC unit in a house, right? And people are like, I don't have it at the end of the month.
Yeah.
What the hell? And it's like, dude, it's leaking directly into your fucking mocha latte with the almond milk and all the horse shit. Tell the wife to stop doing it. Well, look, I can't, and you got to understand, her mom just called, and all and all that racket, right?
Yeah.
So, but and when you say the computer guy, it's like, the restaurant is like this open flame, and it burns.
Yeah.
It burns white hot.
Yeah.
But if you don't contain that heat, it's going to burn out, because everybody in there you've only got so much.
Yeah, you only got so much.
And it's going to burn out. You got to put a governor on it. I think that's an interesting dynamic, because I've said that twice. The governor, like, if you don't contain the chaos, right? I think of jazz music, another random analogy, but best description I ever heard of playing jazz music was, it's like a Monopoly board. You go around, everybody knows where they're supposed to go, and each box you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So long as you follow around the board. Right? And if you're in a business and then you're in those situations, and eventually it leaks into your own personal life and the relationships and everything, it's like, if you know your role, what you're supposed to do, it allows that discipline allows you a lot of freedom
and creativity within.
Right. Yep. But you've got to remain disciplined. And I mean, that's fucking hard.
You got to go at least in the same direction, or the company needs to at least know the direction that you're going.
Right.
Otherwise you feel like you're just meandering.
Yeah. Right? And both physically, sometimes geographically, and then interpersonally, and your soul, you just,
even that last episode of the most recent season, it was like, I could relate to Carmi from the owner saying like, look, I care about this. I care about you guys. And the best way to make sure you guys are thriving is I pull myself out.
Yeah.
Like, right. In that war, that struggle of putting the people, your employees first, and saying, okay, and I'm not necessarily suggesting I'm pulling myself out, except that I'm like, I got to think of, how do I keep this sustainable? What are the things, even if it's so uncomfortable? I don't want to deal with board of advisors. I don't want to deal with, why would I do that? Right. Except that if it's good for the company and good for everybody, because I care for everybody, I got to make those sacrifices. I don't want to do it, but I have to. Right. And I could relate to what he is saying, or even, with his, just the way that he was relating to the staff, and how she didn't want him to go because you are the bears. Like you can't. You're the vision. What are you doing? Like, like I could see that dynamic and how that could cause such internal strife. I just loved everything. And did you notice, like, I think there was only like I counted like one or two, maybe 2 or 3 cuts in that whole episode. Like the directing,
they were really long.
Yeah,
cuts.
The directing, the camera movement. I mean, it was. I wonder how much they orchestrated that. All right, at this point, I'm gonna bring the camera on here, and I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna zoom on you in the background.
Or how many cameras did they have
focus on you in the foreground?
Like, did they have like a bunch of cameras? I don't know anything about that stuff, but it seems like because how can you repeat that as an actor? Right. That seems very difficult.
And then it's timing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we only have 45 minutes or an hour, 50 minutes for this episode. Right. So you can't just keep, if they are, what's that word when they're off the cuff?
Improv.
If they're improvising. Yeah. Like you can only improvise so long because we got to fit everything in here, get it right? In.
Yeah.
So, or are they, it almost felt like it was I was at a theater or at a play. Or you're watching it in real time.
Yeah, exactly right.
And you got to know your lines so well that it's believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so than normal. And yes, I agree. Yeah. The way that it felt, I don't know, I would say the way it read on page, but the way that it felt as a viewer was it felt very much like, remember that Glenn Ross, right? Back in the day, it was a movie, I think, but it was a play, but it was like super high paced, same thing, arguments and stuff like this. But the pace of it as an actor, it's a lot because you're back and forth with it real fast. Yeah. You can't drop any beats.
The dynamic. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. Like, oh man, I'm like
exhausting.
Right. And they're talking over versus like some of these sitcoms or whatever where I talk and then you talk and then he talks and then you
pause
talk.
For the laugh track.
Right.
And then this.
Like, no, it's like dynamic. I'm like the script writing, the visuals, the directing, the acting. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing though, like Jeremy Allen White, I think he's perfected the smoking cigar. Yeah. Because he's like a pro at it. But it was like fascinating even how they did that with the other chef where she was like trying to like smoke, or like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hilarious. You don't even smoke. It's like, stop telling me what to do. I like, how believable is that?
I do now. Right. And the way she was holding it, I don't even know. I guess she was like this. Yeah. It was like, wow.
But that's so believable. Like
so funny.
When you get angry and you're like, don't tell me what to do. I know how to, I know what I'm doing. It's like, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, obviously.
And then Cuz comes in, is like, what are you doing? Smoking. Like, stop. Like, it was perfect. Yeah. Like, but yet she's just doing, and how often do we do that when we argue? We start doing stupid shit.
Right.
Yeah. Because we're just
things
angry.
that are like totally out of character.
You're right.
That don't make any sense.
Yeah.
And that,
well, I'm an alcoholic now. I'm drinking now.
That's
you don't even know how to drink that.
Right. Right.
You don't know how to smoke. What are you doing? Right. Oh, so believable. Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved everything about
it. It was a worthy one. Mm-hmm. But how we got there just a second ago was the food. So that was, I honestly forget, man. Like, it's not like I wasn't dropping mad cash going out every spot in Jersey as a younger person or anything like that. It wasn't like that, but it was around, right? So like every now and again when I could afford to do so, I would enjoy a nice meal like that. It hasn't been on my list to do out here, right? Yeah. Because like simple shit's good too, man. Some pulled pork is just fine, right? I'm not that fancy, but it sure did make me think like, oh yeah, man, you know what? I gotta go out and enjoy some of that. Like that's out there to be enjoyed. Let me not forget, right? It's not all fucking Skyline and
no, it's not. It's not at all.
And Indian food.
Although I will say, where we live out in the country, like there's choices are very limited.
Dude, fine dining out there is Mickey D's, man.
I mean, like Lily's like, let's take Dad out for his birthday. When we got back, and they're like, well, where do you want to eat? Guess where we got food at for my birthday?
Was it in town?
Yeah, it was in town.
Damn, bro. Like Roosters, maybe?
No, Taco Bell.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Taco Bell. I get my cheesy roll up.
Yeah.
Add beef, tomatoes, and and onions.
Right.
I get my Mexican pizza, and I get my beefy 5-layer burrito. Happy birthday to me.
There you go.
And my Baja Blast Zero. That's my order every time.
That's the go-to.
But like, there's not many places to eat.
There, dude.
The Mediterranean restaurant, like that's not even Mediterranean.
Oh, don't you get me started on a Mediterranean. They gave me with it. First of all, they put ranch on. They'll put ranch on anything, goddamn thing you want to put
terrible.
it on. Right? This is disgusting. Don't
you have
insult me.
You have the Chinese buffet that's like outside of it. Talk about
they're not even catching. I don't know what they catch. All things are on the menu. That's chicken.
Yeah, right.
Fuck out of here. They know chicken.
But like, we didn't even know. Like, is it even safe to eat in that place? Talk about like the facade of the restaurant. Like weeds growing everywhere.
That's a disaster.
The awning is like falling apart.
Disaster.
And I'm like, no. Okay.
No. And I'm supposed to eat there. Got sushi there.
Yeah.
Right. My kids were like about that life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, finally, I looked. I don't even know what it was, but I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I can't. There's a good.
We got the Japanese restaurant, but I think
the steakhouse. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like led by, I think they're Chinese.
I don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows anyway, right? Yeah. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. I mean, look, we're out in the sticks. Those folks. All right, God bless them. There's plenty of good people. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. It's just that they don't know.
I will say something with that skyline, that chili. Yeah. I think they put maybe a little less water than other locations. Okay, but the chili tastes better there than all the other franchises. Even though it's the same thing, they put maybe less water or something. Something is different. It's a little. They got to work on their cheese spreading, but
I've never been.
I do like that skyline.
I've never been.
But yeah, Wilmington has a lot of work, needs to work on their food options.
We could, I'm in the ear, man. That's one thing. That's my personal goal of my economic development meeting. So whatever I go to out there, guys, can we just get a little Indian restaurant out here, please?
A little Indian restaurant would be nice.
They'll be like, yeah, sure, put a Cherokee restaurant in, or you know what I mean? Like, no, not that one. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyways, so all right. Real quick note. I wanted to get to this. Mm-hmm. We'll just dive in a little bit because it's tempting when you have a podcast, people, to just pick topics that are hot, but it's hard to resist. Mm-hmm. Whenever T Swift does anything, whenever she does it, haters are going to hate.
Yep.
As I say often.
I'm not a hater, dude.
I'm not a hater. I'm glad she's out there making money.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Right? She is a marketing machine.
Yeah.
First of all, she's been at it forever. She's what is she, like 35-ish, something like that now, right?
Is she? I don't think she's that
old. Right? No,
I don't. Maybe 32? I could be wrong. Maybe 32.
Whatever the hell she is. But she's been around for a long ass time. Reinvented herself a billion times, right? Taking a page probably out of Madonna, right? Madonna was the queen of that. She was amazing.
But see, the thing is with her is I don't know if it's so much reinvented.
Yeah.
And my this is just my feeling. I don't feel like she reinvented, like she's a different person now.
Versus, I will agree with that.
I feel like she's just matured and evolved and just still has a control of her brand. Like somebody who's reinvented herself is like, who's that? What's that chick? Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Versus Miley Cyrus.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's
one character, and now I'm that character.
Yeah, she was like this, and all of a sudden she's like grabbing her crotch and like,
that's
like,
a wild
what the heck happened here?
Right.
I mean, I get the strategy. Like she needs to break that, good girl type model. But I don't really feel, I've never felt that Taylor Swift had all of a sudden become this night and day different person than she was back then.
You would say, for example, you're basically saying that the reinvention is akin to just a hard right turn.
Right.
And I feel you. However,
I was an angel, now I'm a demon.
It's not like David Bowie, right? Who was Ziggy Stardust, the character. He kills the character and then he goes like almost Republican, like the White Knight, I think is what the character. So it's not like, but in my head, like reinvent, maybe evolve.
I think more
evolve is better because you're right. It's like because, you can't do that same girl pop stuff.
She understands her audience that she's appealing to.
Right.
Like I don't think that in her evolution that all of a sudden she just lost all of these fans that she used to have when she was a country singer, and now she no longer has. I'm sure she lost fans. But it wasn't like a huge big. All of a sudden she's heavy metal and like what? I missed the country girl, not
What
just
happened?
heavy metal.
Right.
Like it's completely different. She just evolved as she matured. And then, she added some more dance moves.
Dark
she, she added dancers to her routine.
Yeah.
She, her music evolved a little bit, but she always knew herself, and she understands her target audience. Right. And I think that's what makes her pretty amazing. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. She knows herself. She knows who she's trying to target, and she knows how the vehicles, the mediums in which to target them.
And it's just white girl summer, dude. All right. Marketing, she drops. So there's we were talking about this before. Any ways you could drop a record now, like pick a venue, an avenue, a channel. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do it. Back in the day, it used to be like, if you're a big deal, you get like a cool cardboard cutout at like Tower Records, right? Way back in then. It's not like that anymore at all, right? To be honest, I don't even know how records drop anymore. I just kind of know when my favorite bands. Yeah, I might have 5.
I honestly don't understand it anymore. I don't understand the music industry anymore, because like I just listen to my Google Play, or YouTube music.
Yeah, I don't,
and I have no idea how they're getting paid. Somehow they get paid.
I know that when Cannibal Corpse drops a record, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. Right. And I'm not going to buy a physical CD anymore because I don't need to, it's dumb.
I'll buy a record.
Right.
Same with me.
So that said, T Swift is smart. She goes digital, of course. Duh. Right. And then she goes vinyl. Vinyl's just the most popular thing right now. Glad it came back. I wonder if they're mixed differently. I would hope they are. Anyways, so she does that. So she's capitalizing because you get more money off the vinyl. Good for her. She does she lets the news go on the podcast with her man.
New Heights?
The New Heights, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention.
Travis Kelce.
Right. So they drop that very smooth, and there's oodles of people watching that, right? What is she going to do? She's going to drop it on like NBC Nightly News. Nobody watches that stupid shit anyway. They're 70-year-olds. I don't care about her music. So good for her. The countdown clock on the website. Nice touch. Yeah. Subtle.
They even roll out the reel. Yeah. I saw it this morning. I was just like flipping, doing my morning routine, going through my Instagram reels, whatever. And all of a sudden, or I think it was YouTube's shorts. Right. And all of a sudden, I see Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm like, oh, she's on the New Heights podcast, because I listen to their podcast.
You got excited to see the Swift? Sure.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is different. I'd like to see how they relate together on his podcast.
See the romances. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she opens us the thing. I'm like, what's she going to show? And they blur it out. Like, oh,
damn.
Right? So now they're like, well, I want to see what the cover looks like. And of course, Jason Kelce, he's hilarious. He's like, whoa, all excited to see it.
Yeah.
Well, now I want to see, to building that anticipation for this album release. And I'm not going to go buy the album. I'm not going to, I'll listen to whatever pops up in my feeds or whatever. But I just admire her marketing prowess, and I admire how in control she is of her brand, at least from the outside, and that she's consistent and she understands what's the messaging. She doesn't often throw curveballs at her audience. Like, whoa, that's different. Like, that's strange. Don't know what to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's McDonald's fries, right? Like, I know what I'm going to get.
And I'm going to like what I'm going to get.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In an odd way, I think of like a steady brand in rock and roll is like AC/DC. Right. Just because it was like about 10 to 15 years ago and the song was Stiff Upper Lip. New single from AC/DC in the 2000s.
Aka Daka.
And I'm like, cool, bro. But I think I know what it's going to sound like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I almost could sing along the first time I heard it. Right. Because I know that flavor of barbecue sauce, man. I'm glad you made it again.
Yeah.
Right. So there's something, it's almost comforting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that brand stability, or whatever you might call it.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I'm glad for T Swift.
Oh, that's
just to not to capitalize too hard on the old, celebrity train, but why not? Also, one other one I want to get to, just briefly.
Now here, really quick. I wonder how long that this train's going to stay on its track, or if someday the train's going to fall over. Like, and what makes me think of that is like, what's his name? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. Will Smith.
Will Smith, right? Will Smith,
boy,
keeps his head above water.
Yeah, everything's fine.
A-list star,
keeping it moving.
Everything that he puts out for the most part does really well.
Winning, it's good,
maybe
diverse,
except for a few movies.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden it derails, and you start hearing all this shit happen. Right? Like, I hope that never happens for somebody like Taylor Swift, because she's so far, it seems like she's just done it right.
Yeah.
But like, how long can you keep that train going without slipping up?
You kind of like almost, maybe it's like walking a tightrope, like it looks cool, but boy, that's a lot of pressure. And like, I hope that, she kind of at the right time, maybe like an athlete or something, kind of calls it like, you know what?
Like Jerry Seinfeld, which is like,
just walked away.
9 season, whatever. I'm done. Like
100 million an episode.
I'm not going to push it any longer. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out. Drop the mic over. Right.
Yeah.
Well, like, and I think that's one of the compelling things about her brand is that she seems grounded.
Yeah.
Right. She seems grounded. She has good family. She seems like her compass is pointing north. Right. And everything's good. And either you're waiting for, like, holding your breath when she's gonna fall over. Also, you find out she's been, addicted to meth.
It's interesting. Like, is that analogy?
And I don't think that. I hope. And I don't think it'll ever
that's gonna happen.
Like, she's grounded, which I think that's part of her brand. She knows that she has control. Of direction.
And if she fell, I don't think, like, how the analogy is interesting. You said grounded, like. The high wire act for Will Smith was that there was some real just backwards things going on, unfortunately, in his life. Yeah. And he walked the tightrope of like, ooh, if I mess this up, I don't know if he knew everything would come out or whatever. But like, bottom line is, like, he's got a long way to fall, right? Because he's built this thing with not a lot of stuff under it, if that makes sense, right? Whereas comparatively, it feels like, I don't know, she could be smoking crack all day long. Who knows? But it sure seems like the brand of Taylor Swift's pretty freaking close to who she is. It seems like. So at
least that's how she makes us
would appear, right? And so it would appear as though the increased amount of authenticity is proportionate to the fall you will have off of your tightrope of celebrity, right? And I'm just making this shit up off the top, bro science 101. But it sure seems like that, because if you should fall off and you're like, you know what? You caught me. I drink a little too much, or I just got tired of it. I always wanted to be a cowgirl and I'm going to do it. All right. Well, you just step daintily off your tightrope, which is only ever an inch off the ground anyway, and you just go on about your business. Yeah. Right. And plenty of celebrities have done that sort of thing for one reason or the other, raise their families, pursue other things. Yeah. And it's fine. It's fine. There's no disaster. But if you got all this bullshit and this Hollywood and the whole thing, and you go to step off, boom, you're fucking dead.
You're done. You're done.
You're dead, and you'll never be the same. Yeah. So,
wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. So, should we even get into the last?
Sure.
Last bit. All right. We're just taking that celebrity train for a ride. So then, the other thing that I was curious for a quick take, a hot take, was what's your thoughts on Sydney Sweeney? What do you feel about?
You know what? I think that honestly, what comes to mind is people who complain about it. They have way too much privileged time on their hands to be causing a problem where there's no problem. Like, really?
I'm okay with that.
I just feel like, don't you have anything else better to talk about or complain about?
Evidently not.
Right?
Evidently not. I mean, fair enough. We're talking about it right now, but I'm just shocked
we're
that it
talking
got that
about
much
it
attention.
because it's like, why does it get this much
Why
attention?
is that the most popular? What?
Now, I will say, like, okay, so help me and help the audience remind us the American Eagle ad, right?
All right, American Eagle ad.
And what does it say?
It's something to the effect of, I have great genes.
Now.
Yeah.
But is jeans spelled?
Blue jeans.
It's spelled blue jeans. So I have great genes.
The goof, the funny, the ha-has is that it was alleged, it was in the ether that she and others actresses were mid, as the millennials or Gen Z say, right? And so she's an average broad, right? And I looked at her, and she is Hollywood average, I would say. She seemed pretty, right? But she's not whatever else that other standard might be.
I looked at her, I'm like, yeah, you're right. You do have great genes.
Yeah, pretty broad, right? Yeah. But she's not bombshell,
no,
like Cindy Crawford in her prime. It's kind of, I don't know, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? But anyway, so the goof is that I have good genes, or great gene, whatever it is, because, and the inside joke is that she's just mid. Like, she's goofing on the fact that she's like above average, but it's like, I'm really not. I'm just some average bro. And so, okay, finito. That's it. That's the funny part, and we move on. But of course, it's taken as genetics.
Right.
And now she is evidently, goose stepping down the streets of Berlin in 1937. What? Word, bro?
Right.
For real?
Nazi, yeah.
We go right there.
Right there?
Again, it just makes me think, have you ever ran into an actual Nazi? Because I have. I've been to plenty of heavy metal shows. And if you know anything, there's a lot of dregs of society at plenty of metal shows. Yeah. And every now and again, if you're in the right place at the wrong time, you're going to see a dude with proper SS tattoos or swastikas on there, or 88 or something. And you're going to be like, oh, you're for real. Yeah. You're either A, you did time, and I don't want nothing. You're good with me, dude. Leave me alone. Or B, you really believe it.
So here's a question. Do you think, because from my understanding, there has been no apologies or anything. Do you think that apology is necessary?
The fact that it was reels and videos and stuff, the fact that there was a matter-of-fact statement of, here's the reported news, here's the controversy, and then the tag to it is, and there has been no apology yet. Stay tuned for further updates, kind of vibes.
Yeah.
No apology yet. Who's going to apologize for what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Apology for what? Exactly.
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
And this is coming from an Asian minority. Why does she need to apologize?
We're down with Brown on the Don Draper's Den podcast.
Why does she need to apologize? Right.
The best part of it is the assault on the beauty standards that were outdated. That was the one where I was like,
that's the thing that too is like, she doesn't even fit these outdated beauty standards.
Like, so it's blonde hair, blue eyes, and allegedly a perfect body. By the way, what does perfect even mean anymore? I don't even know what.
Well, but if you even look at like the outdated perfect body, she doesn't fit that outdated perfect body.
Like, how far outdated are you talking about?
Right.
Because if it's like 1975,
Barbie doll,
1975, it was white girl somewhere there, no butts, right? No boobs, right? It was just cocaine chic, right? Big old hair, right? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
This is not for Brown, bro. This is terrible, right? And into the 80s, and then finally in the 2000s, we finally get butts, and we're like, yes, right? As American men, like, all right, where you been? Where has America been? Yeah. We've been on this train for a while, dude, right? Anyways, but the beauty standards of over time, well, which one?
Right.
Which outdated? And by the way, who gives
just because she's blonde hair, blue eyes? Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Because that was never my standard of beauty.
I don't get it.
As my wife could attest to.
Right. Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I don't understand it at all. I think, again, it's like you have too much time on your hand, privileged time on your hands to cause drama about something that is just really irrelevant. Who are you talking to?
Right. Yeah.
In fact, you're only helping the PR of American Eagle. Which then you wonder, is that by design?
If so,
is that by design?
They're playing 4D chess.
Right. If so, they're playing like chess. Damn. Everybody else is playing checkers.
Yeah. But I don't think so. I can't imagine that they set it up like that. That just seems a little too far-fetched because it's also a risk. Nobody wants to have Nazi included in relation to whatever it is you're doing. Right. Unless it happens to be, we gladly killed more of them today. You know what I mean? But other statements would be like, oh, dude, keep that word away. I don't, so it seems like they don't want to court that.
Until then, though, when was the last time we've talked about American Eagle?
Also true.
Right?
Also true.
Never thought about American Eagle. Never will think of, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. They make jeans, I guess.
So what if they say, we need to stir the pot a little bit?
Yeah.
Just stir it up.
So
and
get people that clever.
Get people to talk about American Eagle again. She has great jeans.
Yeah.
Let's challenge this whole woke culture. Get people talking about American Eagle.
But it seems,
and then the diehards of people who are like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go buy some American Eagle. Fine. At least now we draw a line in the sand.
Right.
And you're going to support this, and you're against.
Yeah.
And she happens to be Republican. Right?
Ooh, then yeah. Right? So then
so what if they started doing their again, this is what if people, I don't know what really happened. But what if they looked at their demographics,
right? And
they say, who buys American Eagle jeans?
Right.
And it's conservatives, it's this, it's that. Right. You know what? Let's lean into it.
Yeah.
Let's lean into it.
Yeah.
And we know we're not Nazis, so they can say whatever they want. We know we're not.
Right.
But the people who are saying this, they're not even our consumers anyways.
Right.
Right.
And
like I said, it's like maybe they're playing checkers and the rest of us playing, chess. Maybe they're playing chess and the rest of us playing checkers.
Yeah. And as T Swift would say about this, haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
So
at least we draw a line in the sand. We know who we are.
Yeah.
It's the white people who buy our jeans.
There's regular ass people.
Yeah.
By the way, I wonder,
and maybe their jeans aren't really. There's no frill jeans.
They're not that expensive, I don't think.
Right. It's not like they're. I don't know. I mean, name one of those high luxury jeans out there. I don't even buy them.
Dude. Look, if you want to see me judge the shit out of somebody, it's the dudes. Yeah, I always say it's like white Oakleys, backwards cap. And then they got the sparkles on the butt, those kind of jeans, right? They usually have a chin strap. And I know that there's somebody out there right now hating, fuming, mad. They're going to be like, I'll catch you out in the parking lot. You go ahead. But when I see that, I'm like, bro, you just wasted $250 on your goddamn jeans. What are you doing, man? Come on, bro. You can go to Walmart right now. Just get you some regular ass jeans.
If I get jeans, I just go to Old Navy.
Yeah,
it's easy. They have everything lined up in their racks. I go, okay, where's my size? I want these colors. I want this fit.
Right.
Because they have everything categorized by fit. I'm like, I like this. I don't like the skinny jeans. So I'll look at this. I'll look at that.
No.
Perfect.
No skinny jeans. No.
Right?
No, I need boot cut because I wear boots all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't even know that.
The only thing I'm waiting for is when Dixon starts selling jeans.
Yeah.
Right now they sell chinos.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I mean, I do like a good pair of chinos, but I'm waiting for them to bring out their line of jeans.
Elastic type jeans too.
Elastic.
Get the fuck
Dixon.
Out of here, dude. No, they're not. Listen, don't do it. Don't do it.
What do you call it? Your research, R&D. People like us, we want elastic.
Oh, people like him. Don't do it. It's fine.
You want some elasticity.
You hold yourself to that, whatever it is.
Listen, when you're riding your bike,
and
I'm riding my Harley, like my belly is a little bit, I need a little stretch. If it's too tight, can't do it.
When you filled up on Taco Bell and you're riding your Harley
research and development on your on jeans. Right now, they got it figured out though. Everything from their flannels to their short sleeves to their chino, like everything they've made so far, I know they put a lot of thought into their stuff. And I guarantee if they do pull out jeans, it's going to have a little stretch.
A little stretch.
It doesn't have to be, a lot.
I discourage this. And Dixon, keep your clientele accountable. Keep them accountable. Too much Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's bad for you. No, you got to fit in your jeans.
Well, I'm going to buy some of their chinos just to see if there's a little bit of stretch, just to evaluate and see if they have added that feature.
No, man.
Dynamic feature.
Don't
to their pair of trousers.
Don't give it a stretch. So, anyways, we did it. We dipped our toe. I hate to be that guy who's trendy. I don't want to take advantage of celebrity hype. But we did. It's hard to resist. So, yeah, hopefully Sydney
that's
Sweeney's going to be fine.
This is branding. This is PR. To me, it's fascinating. It happens, it's so recognizable when it's involving celebrities or athletes and such like that,
obvious. Yeah.
But to me, it's fascinating because I always want to know, like, did American Eagle
Yeah, to like be
do
the
this
fly
by
on the wall.
design.
Yeah, like did you,
You know,
guys see
or did
this?
you just stumble on this? You know, and either way, like I don't think this is horrible marketing for them.
Well, I like the odds.
Yeah,
The odds,
especially in this scenario where it's a Trump administration, Republican, conservative.
The flavor of it.
The flavor. Okay,
yeah.
If whether you plan this or not, this is the perfect time to come out with this, right?
Yeah.
Now, but to me, that's fascinating. Taylor Swift and her strategy and her control of her brand, the way she's going to also support her, love interest and their podcast. So it's like a little duo piggyback marketing
power
here.
couple.
Because they're already, New Heights is already like number one.
So much money.
It's just skyrocket. Yeah. Come on now.
Right.
So it just helps both of them. Yeah. Like I'm going to be interested to see just the relational dynamics of those two on that podcast.
Yeah.
Because, that's different than if she's preparing for a Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show or a late show, right? Instead, she's going to be right there with Travis Kelce. And, of course, everybody's going to be watching. All the Swifties are going to be watching. Oh, and loving that. And you know me already. Hey, haters going to hate, bruh.
I'll fucking hate. I'll freely admit it. Traded in all your man cards. You started stealing mine. Yeah.
I'll steal away.
Whatever, dude.
I'll steal away.
So, all right. So, yeah. T Swift's going to be fine. Sydney Sweeney's going to be fine. The Bear was killer.
Who even, before this, how many people even knew Sydney Sweeney?
I didn't even know.
Right.
Like, I thought she was the chick who played in Ted.
Yeah.
Siegfried? Mm-hmm. Amanda Siegfried, I think her name is. Something.
Yeah, no.
With the big eyes.
Yeah.
Right, that broad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, okay. They're like 10 years
Now will this hurt her chances of getting roles?
I fucking hope not, man. Because we're talking about canceling and all that.
Really?
Ridiculous. Again?
Right.
Who else are we going to cancel, man? Cancel what?
Yeah.
What are you canceling? Like, bro.
Did I hear that right, by the way, that, what's that Shock Talk radio guy?
Howard Stern?
Did he get canceled?
I think so.
For what?
I have no idea.
That's for another episode.
It's for something bad. For now?
Yeah.
For all the stuff you did back then? What? Anyways. Another episode.
Yeah, another episode.
All right. Let's wrap it up there. So, what do I say again? I always forget this. Oh, yeah. From the iconic era of that to the digital age, I'm Chris.
And I'm Uri.
Keep it legendary.